afternoon, everyone. It is the 12th of July. I'm just trying to put together a blog. It's the day after the Euro final, and you all know how that went. It's just full of there's some papers that are trying to put a positive spin on it and show the highlights of England's tournament. But then some of them are just, there's a huge focus on the supporters and the way they've behaved and the way they've acted, and jumping on top of buses, disturbing traffic, filling up streets with mobs of supporters that are just disrupting the flow of London in general. Jumping on top of police vans, on top of the awnings at the tube stations, the litter. They had what were they called? The smoke flares, I think it was. Smoke flares at King's Cross that actually set off the fire alarms, which meant the King's Cross station, one of the biggest stations in London, had to be evacuated. A whole bunch of them, I don't even know how many it was, but there was dozens and dozens of fans that broke through the barriers to try to get into Wembley to watch the match, which is why the match halted. And we didn't know why the match halted at the time, because they weren't showing anything other than the players. And that's just, it's disruptive to the play as well. It gets in their mindset of, oh, great, there's fans breaking into Wembley, and their mindset goes away from the game. So I don't know how that's supporting their team. Not to mention, this morning I woke up and there's news articles that Rashford, Sanchez, and Saka, who were 3 of the 5 penalty kickers, they experienced tons of abusive, racially abusive tweets, which is now being investigated by Met Police, and most people are coming down on, and I'm just disappointed that not obviously all England fans are like this, but they're kind of these disgusting people that are trashing, that are literally people throwing trash, knocking over trash cans, just acting like absolute hooligans. They're the ones that perpetuate that theory that England football supporters are hooligans, and it's just not the case. It's not the case, but it's disgusting, and it's so disappointing to see, because it goes out there and it goes out there worldwide, and people just laugh. And in the middle of a pandemic where we allowed 60,000 people into a stadium, given they had to have negative tests before they entered, within 24 to 48 hours of entering the stadium, there were precautions in place, but they allowed that. And then the England supporters went out in droves after the semi-finals, not even the final, after the semi-final, making an absolute fool of themselves and the rest of us. And then after the final, or during the final, decided to make even bigger fools of themselves. And it's just, it makes me mad. I literally had to stop watching TikTok last night before the game, because I got to the point where I was so mad seeing the amount of litter and destruction in London and different places around the country, that I genuinely was like, you know what? You people don't deserve to win. You don't deserve it. It's not okay. You can't just go around doing this to your country. It's not that Italy was there trashing the place. It was England supporters in their own country doing it, and I thought, you know what, you guys don't deserve this. The England football team 100% deserves this, because they worked really hard to get there. But the small percentage of their supporters, and again, it's the few that ruin it for the many, they're the ones that they don't deserve this win. And I was just like, if I keep watching these TikToks, I'm going to want Italy to win, because it should go to people that actually deserve it, people with good sportsmanship. And you know what? Italy, they play dirty. So I'm not going to say their sportsmanship is clean. It's not. But, and you know what? They celebrate much loudly and whatever in the same way in Italy. But at least they had the respect to not do it here. I don't know. Anyways, I got mad about it. So I'm trying to write this blog, and I'm mad about the racial things, because there always has to be a target. Every time England loses an international match, there always has to be a target. The supporters always have to pick on someone. They have to go, you're the one that lost it. And all of this goes on to one player, and it's just not okay. especially when one of the players, Saka, is 19 and so impressionable, and now having to deal with just uncalled for racial abuse. It's not necessary at all. And now they've just taken away, the supporters have taken away from the tournament, and the one thing they're going to remember from this tournament is the just horrendous behavior at the end of it. And they're not going to sit there and remember, oh, we did this, and like, remember when we beat Germany and when we beat Denmark and all of this, you know, the good things. They're not going to be able to look into that because they're going to remember the bad things, which just sucks. And it's going to be a lot of picking themselves up. But anyways, so I have this plaster now. It's a bit weird because like at the ends of the scar is quite sore, but in the middle, it's almost as if it's starting to unnumb. Like this part here was still kind of numb and it felt quite hard, and it's almost as if it's starting to kind of like unnumb, which is a bizarre feeling. But yeah, I'm still trying every day. I'm able to wash up now, which is great, but I use like the gloves and everything. I can put on, what's it called? I can get water and everything in it, but when I'm in the shower, I put the plastic glove and I tape it so I can, you know, wash my hair and whatever. And then when I'm washing up, I put a plastic glove and then the rubber gloves, and then I wash up like that. I'm allowed to put like moisturizer and stuff on it. I don't know if it's meant to be like the Vaseline body butter moisturizer, but apparently that like helps with the healing and everything like that. So I am allowed to do that. However, Mr. has finally gone home today for a couple of nights, and he has been fantastic. He's been here for the last 2 weeks being fantastic, and the food prep was spot on for the two of us because I still have a bunch of stuff left that's for one person, but the amount that I made in the 2 serves was just absolutely perfect. But yeah, so he's gone home for today to go and make sure his plants haven't died and to have a bit of a rest and everything like that. I know the first week was a lot because there was just so many things that I couldn't do with the bandage and we weren't sure if I could do, and then it took time to build up into figuring out what I can and can't do. So basically there's not a lot that I can't do at the moment. It's just more like anything that involves putting pressure, so pushing or pulling, and like gripping things, like thin things and stuff like that is a bit awkward. When I wake up in the morning, it's a little bit sore. It's a different kind of like, not sore like the beginning, it's just a bit like if you overwork your muscle or whatever, a little bit crampy or something like that. But I think it'll be fine. So that's kind of like my update at the moment. I have a few things going on this week which I will be able to update you guys on soon. I haven't mentioned them obviously because I don't have all the details, but I have a bunch of things coming up this week, so I'll probably vlog those, take you guys with me, and then yeah, but I thought I would come on here and do this update. This one's gonna go into the blog as well, and then yeah, but everything is going along nicely. I'm still fairly tired, which is not new, but because I guess I'm a little bit more paranoid when I'm sleeping, so I'm not having 100% restful sleep. And also when I wake up in the morning and then my hand is a bit stiff, I'm kind of like, you know, I don't go back to sleep, which is annoying. But yeah, I'm doing my best and I think it should come back. I think the healing process is going quite quickly and everything should go back to normal quite quickly. My goodness. Anyway, I have places to go and people to see, so I will speak to you guys again later. Thanks for watching the vlogs and for sticking around through this whole process and everything. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you get notified of more amazing vlogs like this, and give it oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Gosh, I haven't filmed one of these for a while. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, bye guys.